Welcome to Ready Set RC, guys, and today we have the Cen F450 SD. This is a highly anticipated, ready to run 4x4 from Cen. They've had this rumored for quite some time, did a release in, don't know if it was like late summer, early fall of 2020, and finally we have gotten ours. Purchase this so that you guys will know. All information will be in the link below. Purchased this from Hobby Recreations online a while back. Finally got it into the studio today. Just going over it really quick. It's a 1/10 scale 4-wheel drive solid axle custom truck. The body on this truck is a Ford F450. It's a Super Duty, officially licensed by the Ford Motor Company. This truck comes in two different variations. Comes with the Galaxy Blue, the one that you are going to see today, and comes in the gray titanium. I'm really enjoying the graphics that are on the box today. I have to say, what you'll see here is actually the true size of the truck. It is a pretty long truck, and I'll see if I have anything that I can compare it to so that you guys can get an idea of it. But it is a very unique RC, so there's not going to be anything in my collection that is similar to this. I'll just give you some size comparisons so you guys get an idea of what that looks like. Well, let's get this box open and let's see what the F450 SD is all about. So what else comes in the box? You get a hex wrench and some Allen keys. You get some specifications for the motor and ESC, a serial number sticker, some American Force stickers, instruction manual for the transmitter, some more Cen stickers, instructions on how to do the high-speed gear, assembly of the shell, and it's pretty detailed, guys. This is pretty detailed. And this is by far one of the best instruction manuals that I have seen from Cen. This is the instruction manual. There's about 34 pages or so on this truck in here. Some nice blowouts. I mean, this thing is thorough, guys. It's a very thorough instruction manual. And gotta say, it's the best one that I've seen between this and my Cen Colossus. This is by far the best instruction manual that I've seen between the two trucks. But here we are, guys, the Cen F450. This thing looks amazing. I gotta say, I really do like what Cen did to the body on this. I actually do like Cen's work when it comes to the bodies of their trucks. I currently have a Cen Colossus, which I've put some changes to it. And I have to say that I do like their moldings of their bodies on their trucks. Durability-wise, they do hold up somewhat well. I mean, the truck I have is a monster truck. This will definitely not be driven in that fashion by me. This is more, for me, a pavement basher. I'm not too much into tow trucks and things like that, so it's more so going to be like a pavement basher to me. I'm going to put a little bit more speed into this, and I'm going to be running this on the pavement. That's how you're going to see this truck on this channel. Just going into it, what you have is a two-piece molded body. You have the cab section here. You have the bed on the back. It is fixed by screws underneath, and it completely comes off, guys. Two body pins in the front, two body pins in the rear. I actually would not have minded. I don't know how this would have held up, this being like on a hinge system. I would have loved seeing something like that on this one. But here we are. There's a lot of detail going into this truck. You have windshield wipers, you have side mirrors, 3D depth bed going on in the rear. There are no light buckets, but I don't think it'll be hard to fix something up on this and make it look really scale on this truck, guys. I think that's going to be pretty good. As for the tires, we have Fury tires on here. We have American Force wheels, replica wheels on this. There are no foams. Truck, everything is licensed. You have a dually system going on in the rear, and what that is really two of the same wheels just face different ways on the truck. So what you guys can see here now is that there is a black backing to it. The windows and everything are painted over. I actually don't mind that. There are foam supports for the body mounts, so you got a little bit of addition support there in the front and in the rear. The mirrors are all fixed with screws. Hopefully you guys are able to pick that up. But the mirrors are all fixed with screws here and here. Even the windshield wipers, they are fixed, not with a screw so much, but like a push grommet that's down on them. And I don't know if you guys are going to pick this up on camera, but going on in the back, as I said before, these are fixed with screws to the two pieces of the body shell. You have a foam bumper in the front, a sway bar system going on in the front over here. That's very cool. You have the servo mounted on the chassis. You have plastic shocks and plastic shock caps on this. They are screw down body shocks though. That's a nice feature I like on there. You have a metal C-frame going throughout the truck. Going over to the rear, you also have another sway bar coming off of that as well. Looks like the body mounts are adjustable, so there are some adjustments there for the body mounts too as well. I don't know if you want to put another body on here, but you do have that ability to actually adjust the body mounts on this truck. Hobby Wing ESC, it is a 40 amp ESC that's in here. It is water resistant. It has a LiPo cutoff to it too as well, and it has overheat protection on this. Coming off the ESC, you do have a Dean's connection or T-plug to connect up to your battery. This is a brushed ESC to go along with a brush motor. The brush motor is a 550 can motor. I did not see anything within the instruction manual or anything else that tells me the amount of turns that are on this motor. On that, you also have a metal motor mount, and the gears that are on here, you have the ability to do a high and low gear. It is not a remote functionality. You actually have to go within your transmission and actually set it to the high. As for the servo, you have a 12 kilogram Savox servo. Gotta see how that's going to be, because typically in the Cen trucks, the Savox servos that they put in there are a little slow. As I tend to bump up the speed on this truck, I may want to swap that servo out. As for the radio system that you get with this, you get an AMP30. Yeah, it's just another generic controller. Nothing to write home about. I think I've seen this over the last 10 to 15 years. There's nothing really to write home about. It has your basic functionalities, your basic trim functions on here. I'll be swapping this out. As for the battery compartment, it seems, we'll have to see once we stick a battery in here. It seems like it would fit the standard soft packs that I normally tend to use. It is fixed with straps. I don't see an issue there in regards to that. And just going underneath, you have 3 drive shafts coming off of this truck. The front and rear axles has planetary gears in there. What I'm seeing is that you have a 3-link suspension in the front with a panhard bar, and it looks like it's also a 3-link suspension in the rear with a panhard bar as well. Transmission on this truck is all metal geared, so I think if you're going to upgrade the power on this truck, it should be able to handle it within reason. Of course, if you want to sit there and put 12S into it, you'll probably start to blow things up, but I think it should handle a decent amount of speed if you're planning on upgrading this to brushless. As for the transmission, we have a sealed transmission case, sealed axle housings, a slipper clutch drive system is what's operating in this transmission. As for gear ratios, we're looking at the ring and pinion to be at a 2-to-1. And as for the spur and pinion gears, they're 32 pitch gears, with the spur gear being 56 tooth and the pinion being a 10 tooth pinion. If you guys are looking for size dimensions, let me give you the size dimensions of the wheels. The wheels are 66 millimeters by 37.5 millimeters. As for the tires are 66 millimeters by 100.5 millimeters by 38.50 millimeters, so that you guys are understanding that too. In regards to the overall length of this truck, it is 26.7 inches. The width of this truck is 11.41 inches or 290 millimeters, and the wheelbase of this truck is 17.6 or 447 millimeters. The ground clearance of this truck is 2.52 inches or 64 millimeters. And the overall weight is 5.1 pounds. So here we are, guys, just trying to give you a size comparison to a truck that's pretty popular out there. This is the TRX4. This is the build edition version of the truck. For the most part, it's the standard size of most of the TRX4s. As you guys can clearly see, that there is a length difference between the two trucks with It's a little bit, width, we have the TRX4 slightly wider than the Cen F450. But you guys can clearly see the size difference between these two trucks and how big that Cen F450 actually is. But that's it, guys. We've done an unboxing, a brief overview of this truck, and a comparison with the TRX4 so you guys can see some size differences between the two. But please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for our latest posts to the channel. This is Ready Set RC signing out. Thanks again, guys.